I should probably revive.
So how did it feel to lose to the Saints yesterday, big guy?
You know what? Gotta say, my head just wasn't in the game.
It sure
And
wasn't.
it's just how it goes sometimes.
It's what happens when you shaved your stash.
The
Dude.
Seahawks almost lost to the Browns, so that was scary. And I gotta say, being a Seahawks fan and living in Ohio and having exclusively Browns fans come through on a Sunday,
you would have had to just quit.
I pretty much spent the whole day telling everybody to go fuck themselves. I was like, yeah, have a wonderful day, and I hope the Browns lose. Like, I would actually say that to people. It was really funny.
I'm so disappointed in the Browns. I don't want to talk about sports too much because I know a lot of people in this little community hate sports, but like I thought the Browns would be so much better than they are.
So did I, genuinely. I don't dislike the Browns. It just so happens the
them.
Seahawks were fighting them this week. Not playing them, fighting them physically.
Yeah, like it was like a Michael Vick situation.
Yeah, it was bad.
I have a take about Michael Vick, by the way.
You know what, dogfighting?
Remember? No, that's not the take. That is not the take. My take is that people... I saw someone, because I think he does, like... Big sniffs, by the way. Yeah, I was going to say. I think he does some kind of activism work, or maybe he's a broadcast... I don't know. He does something where he's popped up in my feed a few times, and people are like, man, fuck Michael Vick. I don't ever want to hear from him again. He's a piece of shit. He's garbage human. He deserves to, like, suffer forever. And
oh, fuck. I hit the wrong button.
what my take is, yes, what he did was bad, but he went to prison and served his time for it. So are we just never gonna let people, like, get a second chance? Or, like, what's the point of prison?
Yeah.
Like, what he did, awful. And he will be the first to tell you that. Like, I don't mean to get super deep, but it bothers me because the whole point of prison is you go there with the hopes, for the most part, of being rehabilitated to be a member of society. It's pretty clear that Michael Vick feels bad for what he did and has remorse, and people are like, no, fuck that guy forever. Well, then what's the fucking point?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Totally.
Like, obviously some exceptions need to be made. Like, you can't just catch and release, but for a guy that's genuinely remorseful and has done his time, he's done his time.
Yeah.
Like, let's give him a second chance, people.
I'm with you. I'm going to go ahead and start using repels.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to, like, get super real there.
No, I agree with you. I was letting you have the floor with that one because I knew.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, people.
But, like, you can't. And another problem is that you can't, like, say that because then people are like, wow, you're defending Michael Vick?
Yeah, exactly. That's
He hasn't done anything new that's wrong.
Oh, I can go run that person.
You can't judge it by the stuff that he's already been punished for.
Wait, shit. Should I teach strength to somebody?
You do not have strength, so it's not a. Yeah, and you can't get strength until after the game, so it is a moot point.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, just the one thing I'll tack onto that. I just feel like there are a lot of, and I'm not saying what Michael Vick did was minor. That's not what I'm categorizing this.
No, it was super bad.
But people take minor crimes. Again, this one not included in what I'm saying. But people take minor crimes and they bundle it all together with like the worst thing. Like if you're in prison, I think people assume you murdered. You know what I mean?
It's like Michael Vick was dogfighting and he has a DUI for pot. Which I don't know if that's true, just for the record, but like just as an example. Like, see, this guy is bad.
Right.
I don't know where that came from, but like that is. I don't get fired up about too many controversial.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I think that's a good point.
But that one in particular.
Scrafty looks like he's ready to fight. By the way,
he is ready.
This
to fight.
is a lad that fights. Is there what should I use against him? You got it.
Fuck. Unfortunately, the best Tusktooth. Unfortunately, the best thing to use there for Scrafty specifically would have been Drain Punch because he's part dark.
Oh, you're right.
So fighting is good against dark. It's funny, like...
What's Mindfu again? I'm sorry, I know that's something we fighting.
Mindfu, you haven't actually... Yes, Mindfu is part fighting. But you saw Mindfu and didn't really acknowledge it. Little sniff.
That's because I saw him when I was grinding off screen.
He's a cutie.
I'm sorry, I did not go with little sniffs.
He turns into an absolute abomination. Tusktooth. Is Tusktooth close to evolving? Nope, not quite.
Alright, what's Cockder?
Conkeldurr, another fighting type. Well, he's a black belt. Why didn't we figure this out that he is only fighting types? He is a disgrace, by the way, Conkeldurr.
Correct.
Remember Timber, who had like the plank of wood?
Sure do.
That's him.
Maybe that's why I didn't like playing this the first time around. Is I kind of went all in on Timber.
Yeah, he just turns into a veiny, gross douche.
Yep.
Come on, Tyrone, fucking figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like weighing in on controversial things, but that one in particular.
I hear you.
It just don't sit right with me.
But yeah, the Browns I am disappointed in. to finish that point.
I don't want to. I'm trying to figure out the right way to phrase it is, because I don't want to say I'm like certainly not upset. Oh, a doctor, that's helpful.
Yeah.
I guess I'm disappointed more people don't like football. I wish they did. Like, I
Me
don't
too.
know. I could imagine John. Like, could you imagine John?
Right. Like,
fired up
isn't
at
that
football?
people who don't like sports? This is genuinely how we feel. Like, the thought of you guys getting excited over sports makes us happy. Like, it just like is like the way people get excited over video games and the way people get excited about like anime and shit like that. If you like put that to sport, it's just like another thing for you to be happy about, and it's just like the thought of it makes me happy.
I'm not gonna sit here and like preach to anyone who doesn't like sports and tell them that they're wrong, but I stayed up. There was a baseball game last night when this was recorded. It was game 2 of the ALCS, Yankees Astros, and it started at 8:15. I think was first pitch, and the game went into extras, and it didn't end until 1 in the morning, and I watched every single pitch.
It's just like shit like that is so good.
Yo, did I tell you about what happened during Game 3 of the World Series last year? So, this is one of my funniest stories, but so I'm a Red Sox fan, and they were playing the Dodgers. So my friend who's a Red Sox fan and my other friend who is a Dodgers fan, we all went to this bar for the game. I think it started at 8 as well. We're like, all right, we're gonna watch the game, fellas. And it was 1-0 Dodgers heading to like the 8th inning, and they hit a home run to tie it. That game went 18 innings.
Oh my god.
And so the bar, it ended up it was a light crowd, and
holy shit, the XP. Okay, sorry.
And me and the Dodgers fan were just sitting there like dying, because at that point it would have put the Red Sox up either 3-0 or it would have been 2-1. And the bar staff was like, guys, we appreciate you like staying here well past them closing the doors and like closing, but like they're like, guys, we have to kick you out now. We got to go home. And they're like, can we please just stay for the rest of this inning, please? And then we'll get out of here. And they're like, yeah, for sure. It's the first time I've ever been kicked out of an establishment. It wasn't even because I was excessively drunk. It was just because the game was
so long. Yeah.
You're going to want to go back up. Yeah, that was good.
All right.
That game was awesome.
That's really
cool. It was
cool.
so great. Like,
that's why I'm kind of glad. You're probably not going to be into this, but I'm really glad that esports is becoming a thing, because it's that happy medium of I get to watch people's personalities shine in that special way where they like get their team and they're all happy about it.
Yeah.
The people who don't necessarily like sports can be into this. I love shit
Yeah,
like that.
that's fair.
And I love watching like shit
Yeah.
like League of Legends and Overwatch and all that.
Yeah, I've never done it, so I can't say, but I'm gonna say it's probably like D&D, where I'm inclined to think it's not for me.
I think you would like watching esports, but not necessarily playing them.
Oh, definitely not playing, but I don't know about watching. I mean, it's definitely legitimate. I'm not one of those guys that thinks that it's bogus. It's for sure legitimate. But I don't know. Plus, I honestly have too many sports to watch now.
I hear you on that.
Like,
I don't think it's necessarily that you think it's a bad thing. I think that it's just like,
no.
All right, that's a good thing. In my list of top 100 of things to get to, that's just not going to make the cut.
Yeah, that might not even be in top 200.
Yeah.
Because look, I cheer for a hockey team that plays 82 games a year, a basketball team that plays 82 games a year and just won a championship, a football team that is contending for a championship, another football team who stinks, another football team who is 6-0, a baseball team who won the championship last year and plays 162 games a year
what's
Darmanitan? Missed the playoffs. And Darmanitan is fire psychic, so QT, yes. Like, I go back and forth between which sport I like the most, because I think for playoffs, baseball for sure.
Whoops. Oh well.
Followed by hockey, and then football. In terms of I could just sit and watch any game, anytime. Baseball and football. Championship, football, and hockey. But like, it's so funny. I grew up. Are you familiar with the phrase "please like my sport"?
I don't think so.
So you might not know it by that name, but you've definitely experienced it. So it's like people. The most famous one is when it's basketball. Well, John, we're talking about sports. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Well, dang.
John's like, I'm back for 30 seconds. Make it worth it. And we're in the middle of a sports conversation.
I don't know. He's seen that we've made some mad progress within the past hour, I think.
Oh, yeah, we are. But like the main one I think in like that happens is like basketball fans and like only basketball fans versus only hockey fans. Whereas like the most famous one was they showed a picture of LeBron James getting like carried off the court with like an extreme severe cramp or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was screaming in pain. And then there was a hockey player who blocked a slap shot and broke his leg.
Ooh.
And he stayed out on the ice to kill off the penalty. And they're like, see, this is why hockey's a real sport. And like you'll never see a basketball player be this tough. And it's like, for fuck. And I used to be that guy. I used to be like, man, hockey players are just better athletes and tougher people than basketball players. And like just rejecting that they're like athletes at all. It's very stupid.
Sports are for nerds. Bye. That is from John.
Well, it's not wrong.
Can I jump down either of these, or is it a specific one?
I think the left one.
Oh, God. Now, let's make sure your left and rights are correct. I'm not trying to be a dick, but
the one close to the tree that's up.
Okay, you're good. Yes, that was the one.
Okay, good. Because I've done it several times where I've just gone all the way down the mountain. Because if you had gone to the right one, you would have gone to the very bottom.
Wait, so what was the point in that?
Damn it.
Do I jump down the bridge?
Try the right one.
No, the right one goes all the way down, like you said. Right?
Gosh.
Or should I go down the left and then down another one on that one?
Try down another one?
No, it's got to be right. It's got to be right. Yeah, it's right.
Okay, good.
All right, neither of them had that big of a penalty. That's good.
Oh, whew. But yeah, so like the please like my sport are people who like the reason it became that phrase is where people are like just so desperate for people to think that the sport that they like the most is the best, which I guess is easily applicable to video games too, because I think like a lot of people, certainly me, when I was a kid, was like other games are stupid. Like here's what Pokemon has. You can't do that in Pokemon. Like I don't remember specifically having conversations like that, but I remember feeling that like anything that wasn't Pokemon was stupid.
Well, Dylan just called, and Smooth Nuts is dead.
Dylan just called?
Yeah. He used Earthquake. That's the joke. Really funny.
No,
that's the
that
joke.
was a good. That was good. I wasn't in a spot. But yeah, like it's just stupid, and meanwhile, my take now is that I can appreciate all sports.
Yeah, same.
I've gotten really into college football this year. I love
it.
So college football is crazy.
So seriously, can't believe that you don't like UFC, or that you're not super into UFC. Rather,
I don't know. It's just not my thing.
That's fair. I just feel like it would be something you would like.
Here's the thing about that. It's the same thing with soccer. Oh yeah, by the way, this thing has levitate, even though it's clearly standing on the ground.
Yeah, it sure is. It's stupid little feet that I guess are so stupid that they don't qualify to exist.
Electros is like this generation's Roselia, in the sense that every one of the strongest trainers has them, and they just are so hard to kill.
What is my best bet?
Your best bet to just tank it with your strongest move. Maybe Tusk. No, not Tusktooth, because it has Dragon Claw. Honestly, just keep going with QT and then send in Tusktooth when QT faints.
Okay.
Because that way you don't waste a turn and get a free shot.
Would Muddy Water be bad? Is Drain Punch my best?
I would go with Surf, because Surf is strong and it's got the same type attack bonus.
Okay. But it's still gonna be...
the reason like with soccer and stuff, the main reason I don't watch them is because there's other sports that I like on that I like better on at the same time. It's like, yes, during the first round of playoffs, like, do I want to watch hockey, baseball, or football? It's like, fuck, I want to watch all of them.
Just have them all on at the same time, which you do sometimes.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I definitely do that. The first round of the NHL playoffs is great because there's 16 teams playing a maximum of 7 games and a minimum of 4 within like 2 weeks.
Can I just say?
Yes.
I can't wait for you to go back through this VOD and hear you say, I don't want to be on the topic of sports for too long.
Yeah, I know. We'll make this its own exclusive VOD. No more sports talk. I was thinking that too. It's like, I gotta stop.
Well, I mean, it's still gonna be an episode, but
yeah.
What was that, Brian? The next episode? Well, actually, shit, we made it to the end, didn't we?
We sure did.
Holy fuck, is this a trainer? I don't know. I haven't done there.
I think it just you could slide down there and get like an item, but it's in no way worth it. We're not gonna do it.
Well, holy fuck, ladies and gentlemen.
We made it to Victory Road.
We made it through Victory Road. Shit.
Did you honestly think we would get here?
Not today.
Got to be the farthest we've gotten towards completing a series in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, and we'll complete it.
Maybe since, God, I don't know if I want to say this, but maybe since like Don't Starve.
Well, Don't Starve can't end.
Oh, that's true. Well, that was didn't you finish a Luigi's Mansion Let's Play?
I finished Sir You Are Being Haunted.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Last of Us, yeah, that's probably the last like big one that I completed.
What about Her Story? Was that a finished thing?
Yes, but that game was very short.
It's the closest we've been since Her Story.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of episodes later.
We're go up because we're gonna get there. Then we can heal and then we can save. And this is a cool camera shot.
Yeah. Wait, so I do Pokemon League first and then the Getsa stuff?
You'll see. He finished Black Bars, Wind Waker, Black Bars. I love how John remembers.
Thanks, John.
I think Brian throws.
Is this
some
a Pokemon
Black
Center?
Bars. Yep. I like this Pokemon League a lot because it's like, I don't know. It feels like it's much more secluded, and
it really does.
In no way, like
it feels
like a celebrated place, like a Like, it's like, holy fuck, this is some intense
Yeah,
shit.
this is real. Okay, well, we're gonna end here.
All right, let's do this. And so we promise in the next stream, Tony will have actually grinded up. That's a Brian promise.
I
Oh,
promise.
crap.
I also promise. Double promise.
Beauty.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
So, did you actually think we would get here?
Yeah. I did, but usually I'm just wrong. That's the thing. Like I said, I go into every series thinking I'll beat it like super fast, but like I'm glad. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad I'm gonna beat this game. Now that we're getting
over the hump of actually beating one, you're gonna go on a cruise control of doing nothing but.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I feel like once the first like this is done, and then Undertale's done, and then the ball's just gonna keep on rolling. We'll be good. We'll be set.
All right, guys. When are we streaming next? Wednesday?
What's today's Monday? Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday is the next.
All right.
We will see you guys then.
Level 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.